Hey everybody.
Welcome.
It's the Geek with Muscles.
Hey everybody.
Geek with Muscles podcast.
It's about science, technology, spirituality, and something else.
I think I pushed the wrong button.
Welcome.
I think I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, whatever. And hey everybody, welcome to a very impromptu episode of the Geek with Muscles podcast. I am here with my almost famous co-host, DJ George Chet.
Hey, what's up, guys?
George!
Yes.
So, welcome to our very impromptu podcast.
I know, you gave me like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You're get on the thing and let's record a show.
Well, this is why, because we haven't done a podcast in a little bit, and I was at Target today, and I found something on the shelf that I was like, I'm going to show it to the camera here. By the way, we're on YouTube if you want to watch the video of this. I am broadcasting live from my guest room / home studio / home office.
Nice.
What
is it?
This is you know how you can buy
Mim?
Yeah, you know how you can buy like water in these little cardboard aluminum sort of
What is that, like oatmeal drink?
No, it's Chardonnay.
What? Chardonnay in a box?
It's Chardonnay in a box. So
Wow.
I couldn't resist. So if I'm ever drinking box wine of any sort, that's a definite indicator that we're going to be podcasting for sure.
Now, question for you. Is that the alternative to muscle juice box
Yes,
juice thing?
you're right. It is the same stuff that muscle milk comes in.
Muscle milk.
Muscle
That's what it
milk.
is.
Yes. Muscle milk.
So they took it out and they put wine in there. All right, stop showing that.
Okay. I just don't feel like I look that muscular on camera today. You know, and I've got me a brand. It's Geek with Muscles, and I don't feel very muscular. Anyway.
Well, it looks good, man. You look good.
Thank you, George. How have you been doing? So today's episode is called 2022 Sucks So Far.
Right?
So how have you? So like we have nothing to talk about except like random shit. Excuse my language. George, how are you doing? What's going on with you? This is completely unrehearsed, by the way. Like,
I know.
No show
I've been
notes.
doing good.
No nothing. Go ahead.
I've been doing good and just working, doing some video productions, having fun. Dealing with clients and headaches and things like that you got to deal with on a daily basis in order to make bread.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Eric is doing his real estate thing, so I'm learning it
He's going
secondhand.
through the same thing too.
Yeah, he's going through. He's learning, and it's a lot. It's a big learning curve for real estate. Let me tell you, it's everything. But yeah, so I wanted to do this show because I think we should talk about 2022. 2022 has sort of been wrong button. There we go. 2022 has sort of been that way. It hasn't been the easiest year. We thought we were over COVID, and pretty much are. George, are you wearing a mask still, or?
No, I haven't worn a mask for several months now.
Yeah.
And I got all my shots. I think 3 shots now. Yeah.
I'm actually about to get my 4th.
I'm going to schedule that for next week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My 4th
Oh
shot.
my God, we should get it together and bring a microphone.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And I'm going to do that and, just go forward,
Yeah. No, that's all you can do. I'm about to get my 4th shot as well. I don't wear a mask either anymore. I mean, I
Yeah, if you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't care, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, we know enough where it doesn't really matter anymore. It's either to protect yourself, and that's about it. Because, you can be vaccinated, but you can still pass it over to me, and vice versa. We already know that for a fact.
Yes, this is true.
So it's a precaution, just so I don't spit in front of you. Me being a DJ, I get people, at parties where they come directly at my face requesting music, or they tell me, play this or play that, and they're screaming. So I get the brunt and the worst.
Oh
Because
wow.
the music is blaring and they're screaming at me, and most of the time I always back up automatically because I've been, it's like muscle memory. You just
Right,
back up
right.
when somebody comes to talk to you, but you can't avoid it.
No, you can't. I have to say, I do wear a mask. I was on a meeting, in a meeting on Saturday at my volunteer gig, and we have a lot of people that I work with that are elderly. And so I did wear my mask in the room. And the lady sitting next to me, who was also wearing her mask, and some people were and some people weren't. I was kind of doing it just, be respectful.
You were being respectful and courteous.
I was being respectful and courteous. Absolutely. Because we were packed in there. And it was funny because the lady next to me says to me, because I said, I didn't know whether to wear a mask today, but I'm going to wear one. And she goes, I'll put it this way. There are very many people in here without a vaccine.
Right.
So she convinced me to wear the mask. And so I wore it. Plus, like I said, I want her to be respectful and courteous. But I don't wear it to the food store anymore. As do most people not in Miami anymore. It's hard to find people that are wearing masks anymore.
Right.
So you just don't see it a lot in Miami. So yeah, so COVID numbers are going up. They're coming down. At least the people that I've seen anyway that are getting COVID and getting sick, they don't get seriously ill. It's like a really bad cold for them because they are vaccinated. So they're getting it, but it's like a bad cold or a little cold or nothing. But anyway, so that's that with, COVID poking its head up. And of course now, Ukraine, we got 2022.
Yeah, we got Ukraine. We got, I guess we can talk about Ukraine. We can talk about gas prices. We can talk about the price of everything going up, inflation.
Now, and that's something, the thing is that the gas price thing, that's something globally. I mean, that's happening all over the world. And that's not a secret. But you're seeing so many people trying to hop on this and blame it on a particular political party or a political group or a political person.
Right. But
And
what about the rest of the things? What about prices of food?
Yeah, but the supply chain issues so food can't get to you unless it's on a truck that has gasoline. So anything you buy gets to you by vehicles that are powered by gasoline. If gasoline and fuel is expensive, that cost trickles down to the consumer. So, that's why, and it's like the other day we had baby formula and I was watching the news on it, and there's a lot of people blaming the baby formula shortage on the president. But this is something that was just bad timing because they had a massive recall of baby formula due to safety issues. And then they have other supply chain issues, and all of it culminated together to make this shortage. But people are saying, "Oh no, that's Biden's fault."
Well, I'm kind of like in the middle. I have at the beginning I thought one way, and now I think differently. And obviously, this is not a political show. If not,
right.
I would probably say things that will get people wild up,
Upset.
And I don't know, man. I'm in the fence right now about everything because
But you know what?
I think it's affecting a lot of people. A lot of people are being affected.
Yes.
And bad news runs headlines.
Yes.
Good news does not.
No, you're right.
When you have bad news over bad news over bad news over bad news, you're going to start pointing fingers.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we're having because messaging is not correct. I was highly thinking about this, meaning in the face of technology, that back in the day, bulletin boards, we really didn't get any news. We just kind of like met people, right?
Yeah.
And play games and stuff. But now, in the last 5-10 years, it's been where we decide what type of news we want, and we consume the news we want, and everybody's verbal, just like me talking about this right now. We never had a venue to talk about it through technology.
No.
So
now we all do.
I personally think that technology, even though it is great for many, many things, it is doing a lot of harm to diplomacy and to everyone in the United States. It's become a big problem, technology,
Yeah,
as far as communication.
I agree. People don't respect boundaries anymore. And so, this reminds me a lot of this situation I learned about years ago when I was teaching a training class on legal and appropriate use of email. And what I see happening in regards to boundaries reminds me of how it used to be when you were in your car and, you get road rage in your car. Somebody gets in front of you and you get all upset and you scream and yell at them and you would say things to them that you would never say them in person. You would never say that, in person to somebody, if they got in front of you, and
Right.
like in a movie theater line or a restaurant or something. And now, I think exactly what you're saying. Because of technology, we have lost boundaries, and
Yes.
now we say these things to people online because we're in that safety zone. And I think when social media first started, everybody was like, "Oh no, it's just social media. It's just social media. That's how people are. Just step away from social media." But now it's bleeding over into real world.
It is. It is bleeding over, and it's almost like saying, a like button or a hate button or
Yes.
a like button or a side button.
Yes.
Somebody cuts in front of you at the gas station, and you're ready to, you can't hit the little angry button, but you sure are going to express it.
Right. Exactly. And
that's what's happening, and it's given people a voice where now you could become the news and you can say anything you want. Obviously, freedom of speech, the constitutional right for us to do that, but it's becoming out of hand.
yeah.
And we see this with politicians as well. The things that, and this is on both sides. Okay, everything I say is always on both sides. The things that politicians say, you would never ever heard of that 15 years ago.
No.
Not even that 10 years ago or 5 years ago, you would have never heard that. Never.
Yeah. Do you remember
the craziness of what comes out?
Do you remember? This was long time ago. I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. Do you remember the outrage when Obama was giving his State of the Union address and a senator screamed out, "You lie"?
Yes.
And everybody was like, "Oh
my God.
Oh my God, he did that. He interrupted the president."
Right.
If that thing happened right now, people would be like, "Oh, there he goes again."
Who cares?
Who cares?
Right.
There's no more boundaries. There's no more respect.
Right. There's no more boundaries, and you're desensitized.
Absolutely.
Everyone's desensitized of what should go on, and I blame that on social media.
Yeah, and I agree. It's bled over into real life. I think the trolls have manifested into real form, and we call them Karen now.
Right. I'm sorry if your name is Karen. But
sorry if your name is Karen. Coined. It's so true. I have you ever ran into a real life Karen?
Not directly, but I have seen them, and I actually have a video that I'm going to send you.
Oh, really?
So you can attach this to your video. This is something I recorded, which was road rage, and literally, a bunch of girls, Karens, all came out and started beating up on a girl inside of a car. And I got it all on video, and I'm going to show it to you right now.
Let's go to the clip.
The time now is 10 to 7.
Nice. Beat that up. Beat it up. Beat it up. Easter Sunday fight there, huh? What do you guys think of that? Nice. Yeah.
Okay, obviously that's really cool. I
What do you
always
think of
love
that?
saying that. That's how. Wow, George, I haven't seen it yet.
Hey, I know. but
Our audience actually got a. Oh, okay. Let me. So hold on.
Right,
I used
just
to be
say
an
wow.
actor. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it out. Oh my God, that was George. Seriously?
Yeah. That's what happens.
Whoa.
This is road rage here nowadays. And,
Amazing.
just the ability to capture that and waiting for a red light.
And where were the cops? Where were the cops?
They literally. I was at the traffic light,
Yes.
and they got out of the car from the back, and they started beating up the girl in the front car.
Oh
And
my
there's,
gosh.
as you can see, multiple girls beating up another girl in the car. And this is my video. I literally took this video. I would have never,
That's
ever
crazy.
expected to see that.
That's crazy.
But that's the way we are now.
That's things like that. I saw on TV this morning. There's a guy that walks into Walgreens and he's doing this all over Miami. He walks
Right.
into a Walgreens, he jumps over the counter and starts stealing cigarettes. And
Right.
everyone starts screaming at him, dude, what are you doing? Stop it. You're on camera. He jumps back over and runs out the front door. And he's been doing this over and over again. There's no more boundaries. People don't care. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to get shot, so I might as well do it.
Right.
And then if you did shoot him, you'd be in trouble. So,
Right.
so
and then you can go from boundaries to obviously fake news.
well,
and-
you brought
and
up a
things
good
like
point
that.
earlier. You brought up a really good point earlier, and I don't think you realized your genius is that you said that you choose your news, and you
Yes.
literally do now. You choose your news. Do you want to hear news about how horrible the president is? Tune to this channel. Do you want to hear news about how great the president is? Turn to this channel.
Into this channel.
Do you want to hear batshit crazy? Turn to this channel.
To that channel. Right.
We got it. If you
Right.
there's
It's
a news
entertainment.
for that. Yeah, it's infotainment. Yeah.
Infotainment.
Infotainment.
And a lot of people don't understand that these shows have ratings for a reason.
Yes.
Because there are many people that want that's their adrenaline. That's their drug. They want to hear that.
Agreed.
And it's all
Yeah.
technology based, which is why we have this show.
It's why we have boxed wine.
Right. We have to refer to box wine. I
Sorry.
don't know what else. What else is bothering us in technology?
What else is bothering me in technology?
Oh,
oh.
I want to bring it out. I want to bring
say
this
something. Say
crazy,
something.
yeah, crazy stuff out.
Say something. Crazy.
PCs versus Mac.
Really? Again?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay.
I have to.
No, you go ahead. Say it. Speak.
What
your
is it?
truth.
Why? What is it with the PCs and the colored keyboards and the colored fans and the loud everything on a PC? Why is that necessary?
You mean like light up keyboards?
Well, you're a geek.
Like
That's okay.
light up keyboards that
No, that's okay.
animate? This actually animates. Like it really does. It if I wasn't drinking, I'd be able to figure out how to use it again.
Wait, where's the man? I like the colors you
But-
put on it.
Oh, it comes with those colors, but it has.
That's the default?
This is the default. Yeah, it's always rainbow, and then you can choose the animation. There's one that's super bright. Like every time you press the button, the whole keyboard lights up like if it's like a sonic like. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So that's my keyboard. So PC people, we are a unique bunch. You should know you used to be one.
I know, but once I left, man, that was it.
You know what happened when you left? Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
No, what is it with the space
Hey, Mike,
heater?
this is Tommy.
What is it with the loud fans and the space heaters? What is it that turns you on about that?
Nothing. So those are gamers. Gamer PCs with their higher mathematical functions and shit. they gamer PCs, they have all these lights, they have the cool they get water cooled stuff, they get all sorts of because and they want to
water cooled to play a game.
They want to see all this stuff going on inside of the machine. And it's kind of interesting because they're gamers, and they know a lot about these machines, but I don't really think they know a lot about computers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. But they're always upgrading, getting huge fans, more lights. Like the memory stick has lights. What's the point of that?
Yeah. You know what? You know what I say when I see a memory stick with lights?
Yeah.
No, dear. No, dear.
That's
Right.
memory sticks with lights?
That like makes no sense.
Serious? No.
You're right.
It does. No, I agree. So I'm agreeing with you. Macs look very, very professional. They look incredibly professional. But PCs, I mean, my PC's tucked under my. You know how old my PC is now? I think my PC is like almost,
10 years old.
Almost.
Yeah.
But I put some, hey, this is a helpful tip to any non-geeks out there. If you get an SSD drive, a solid state hard drive, and you put it into an old machine, that machine flies.
Yeah.
It's like new.
You woke it up, yeah.
You woke it up. You turn on that machine, and boom, it's Windows. It's booted.
Right. And don't upgrade your operating system.
And don't upgrade. Oh, I hate that when I come to my computer, and it says...
slows things down.
It says, hello, Mike. Have you seen this? And it goes, we're getting things ready for you. And I'm like, seriously? They did that to me because I was very happy with the Windows version I had. And it was Windows 7. And I refused to go to Windows 10. Refused. And they kept saying, upgrade now. And I said, no. And one day I walked into my home office.
The thing did it.
Home office, walked in, turned on my computer on the monitor, and it says,
welcome.
It says, hello. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, because I'd never seen it.
To Windows 11.
Yes. And it's like, hello. And I'm like, what do you mean hello? I literally thought I had a virus at first because it like takes up the whole screen, the hello.
The whole room. Yeah.
And it's like, just stand by while we get things ready for you. And I'm like, you motherfuckers. I mean, I was livid. Because that was very intrusive.
Have programs that now are probably not compatible with it or haven't been updated. Yeah. That happens in the Mac a lot.
Oh, does it?
Like our
something,
DJ software.
Is that something bad about the Mac?
No,
makes no sense.
No, there is issues with Macs as far as upgrading stuff. Like, for example, when you use a mission critical software for like a living, like my DJ software,
right?
That does, the music thing, and it's got videos and animation and a bunch of stuff. When they upgrade the operating system, a lot of times they tweak stuff right. And then since they know that professionals are using the software, they say, do not upgrade until we fully test that this is compatible with your system and that Apple decided not to tweak something to change it. Because the other thing that Apple has, and again, I'm just talking the good things about it. There's plenty of bad things that makes no sense.
Right.
But they have one of the smallest or the largest percent of adoption rate when a new operating system comes out. So PCs, people are still using Windows 7 and Windows XP and Windows 10.
XP was amazing. Yeah.
Right. And Windows XP worked very well.
Everybody loved XP. Yeah.
Everybody did like it. And that was the last operating system I had. And I never upgraded to Windows 7 and 8 and 10. I never went through that.
See, I blame that a little bit on Apple.
What?
This planned obsolescence thing now with operating systems and it's like they don't do anything new. Operating systems don't do anything more than they did 10 years ago, really. They still have a file. You can still rename a file. You can download a file. You can copy.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out.
The appearance is different. The appearance
is different,
changes.
But I'm not talking about the appearance of a computer. The positive things that I can say about Apple versus Mac versus PCs is that, like I said, the adoption rate of your operating system is more. So they went from 32-bit to 64. They're also running ARM. They're running right now ARM. They're not running x86, which is 35 years old.
Right.
Which PCs are still running.
Yes.
So there's a lot of limitations, and that's why PCs need huge fans and a lot of memory and a lot of things because they need to support 20 plus years of legacy software on a PC. And Mac, yes, this is the bad thing. Mac will say after 10 years, those softwares are not going to use. You're not using those softwares anymore. Here's a new operating system, and Adobe had to now program for ARM processor. But guess what? Intel is now going ARM too. So
there you go.
They're more of an adoption rate, meaning that they're more cutting edge because they don't mind cutting you off after 6 years and saying, hey, we no longer support that.
Right.
And that's what pisses PC guys.
It pisses everybody off. I mean, it pisses, I hate the fact that my iPhone, I hate buying new iPhones. And, I have a friend that every time a new iPhone comes out, he's like, oh, the new iPhone's out. And I'm like, and I walk past the Apple store and you see people waiting in line. For what? That pisses me off. I don't understand that. Man, I'm going to wait in line for 2 hours to buy a piece of hardware that I can buy online that will come to my house. But no, I have to have it because it's almost as valuable as a concert ticket to go see Madonna when I was.
It is. It is for many people. And that's the same thing I was saying, the adoption rate. As a new Apple phone comes out, people make the line. They want the latest and greatest. And the upgrades are not really that much.
No.
What they're getting for.
No, they're
not like, and they're spending $1,300 up to $1,300 every single year on a phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did the math. I said, if you buy the top of the line Apple phone and you put the protection plan or whatever it is, you're spending $6,000 every 5 years.
It's crazy. It's
That's
a car.
$6,000 that you're just throwing out. And I've had my same phone, which I'm going to be updating eventually once the battery dies. I've had this phone now, I think, going a little bit over 3 years, 3.5 years. I normally keep my phones up to 5 years.
Yeah.
And it is an iPhone. But I protect it.
Which one is it?
It's the XR. It's not even the top of the line.
Oh, you know what I have? I have the XS. And I used to, when I bought it, I was like, this is, you know what the XS stands for? Excessive. Because it was so freaking expensive.
Big.
And I was like, I'm never throwing this shit away. And
yeah.
And I also learned my lesson with Verizon because they were like, oh, buy this one and we'll give you $700 credit because you turn in your old phone. And I turned in my old phone and they sent me a nice little letter that said, you're only getting $250 or $200 for that phone. Yeah. I'm like, why? There's a scratch on it somewhere. And I'm like, that thing was in perfect condition. But they found a scratch on it. So my $700 turned into, I want to say it was less than $200. I want to say it was $150. I was really pissed. Yeah. I was like, yeah, no.
Well, the new Apple thing that they're doing now is, or they're planning to do, is you no longer own the phone. You can rent the phone now. So you're basically leasing it.
It's
you
like
get
cars.
Every year.
It's the same shit with cars now. Everybody leases their car.
Right. Well, but Mike, yet another technology. Your average 2-door SUV, small compact SUV, is, and by the time you get, the leather interior if you want it, or the little bells and whistles, a couple of the, like the midline, you're spending $45,000 or $40,000 on a 2-seater car.
And it runs on Linux.
And right. So
I wonder if people know
technology has gotten expensive, and we're in the adoption. Everything is a subscription.
Yes.
Look,
see, we did that at the same time.
How many subscriptions you have right now?
Oh,
woo.
A lot.
A lot, right?
And there's even software now to manage your subscriptions.
There you go.
Which I'm like, how lazy do you have to be?
Well, you have to.
I have a spreadsheet. Everything's.
I'll bet you have more than 10 subscriptions.
More than 10?
I'll take you to dinner if you have more than 10.
No, I do. I can tell you most definitely I do.
You have more than 10 subscriptions.
Yes. You want me to start naming them? I'll count them right now. Okay, we have the one that everybody has mostly is Netflix. Right? I have Disney Plus because I love Mohana. And Don't let Little Mermaid say that. Hear that
We
because
need to know this.
don't let Ariel say that. Hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Stars on Amazon, which I think I just canceled because did I cancel Stars? I don't remember. No, I kept Stars on. I have HBO Max. I have Paramount Plus, which I love. Which used to be CBS All Access and now is Paramount Plus. So that's 6. Then I have Spotify.
Right.
Okay, so Spotify. I have photo software on my phone that has a subscription. I have video software on my phone by the same company that has a subscription.
You're almost at 10 already.
Yes, I mean I'm getting there. I have that has a subscription. Oh, Hulu. That's 10.
Yeah.
I have Hulu as 10.
So you hit 10.
Okay, hit 10. Wait, I have more. I have more.
A bunch of software.
I have
Hosting.
Oh my god, hosting. Hosting.
That's a subscription.
Holy shit. I spend a lot of money. I spend over $100 a month on hosting.
Right. So you add all that up.
And then Buzzsprout, the hosting software for the podcast.
There you go.
Then
Zencaster?
the Zencaster is a subscription.
So you're already at like 13.
I spend a lot of money on subscriptions, and I won't even get into the subscriptions I have for the other website I manage
for their website, right?
Because that's like wow.
We are dealing. We went from purchasing software to subscription based software.
Yeah.
We spend more money because, what's $30 a month? Yeah, but you got 15 that you just mentioned at, let's say, $20 a month.
Yes.
That adds up. That's well over almost $300 a month just on, and I'm just calling them all at $20.
Right. Yeah.
Rounding it off to $20. So we've come a long way in technology, from news, from way we deal with things, the way we buy phones and throw it out.
Yes.
Every month because my kid, my 5-year-old kid has the latest Samsung and he broke it and the screen cracked, so I got to go buy a new one.
How about the latest subscription thing? Healthcare. You can get a subscription to healthcare now.
Yeah.
You pay a certain amount of money a month.
Yeah.
And you get unlimited doctor visits.
Sure.
But you're paying whether or not you're sick or not.
Right.
So it's almost like having health insurance, but it's not. So yeah, you can just go to the doctor when you want to, provided you pay the provider a certain amount. It's almost like, you have to go to that doctor. It's like that building. It's it's like a...
right.
But it's all subscription. Everything's subscription now.
Everything's subscription. And the technology has brought telehealth,
you don't own anything,
which is kind of cool.
Telehealth is cool.
I think that's cool because you can just call your doctor and say, hey, I got a headache or this, and he can say, okay, no problem, do this, this, and this, and prescribe you something.
Yeah, telehealth is cool. The only thing I've never liked about telehealth is what's one doctor that said to me, he goes, open your mouth. Oh, yeah, it's a little red back there. And I hadn't...
Oh, come on.
I hadn't even, opened my mouth.
Your mouth yet.
And he's like, yeah, it's a little red back there. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you need Xanax and Viagra.
I'm like, wow, you have some amazing software over there. Xanax and Viagra.
I don't know.
Dude, Viagra, talk about 2022 with weird shit.
What?
Viagra can treat Alzheimer's. Have you heard this?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes. Google it.
I'm going to let you talk.
Google it.
I know there's a joke coming.
No joke. This is serious.
What are the
Google
side effects?
You're bad.
I don't know.
I don't know either but it can be used to treat Alzheimer's. They have super duper computers that take all of this, it's like BI, business intelligence, that we use, where whatever big company, whatever you work for, they use business intelligence to hash out all this data that they have that doesn't really make much sense to people. So they use computers, and the computer says, hey, guess what? Did you know that Uncle John here has Alzheimer's? And he hasn't, but he also takes Viagra, and somebody else also had, and then the computer, it's a specific it's specific program.
Algorithm.
It's an algorithm, but the specific program that they're putting together to try to find new uses for existing medications.
Gotcha.
Because just because you take a medication for a specific reason doesn't mean that that medication won't be useful for something else.
Right. Well,
and that's what they found out with Viagra. And it made sense to me because Viagra is a vasodilator. It expands your blood vessels.
Sure.
So if you're having areas of your brain that are dying off or not experiencing they're having connectivity issues.
Connectivity issues, yes.
Then
collisions,
yeah,
collisions.
Dropped packets right and left.
Right.
You know.
What are you talking about?
So
let me take a Viagra.
Yes, you take a Viagra, and
so
there it goes. You have your memory back.
I just want to, right. I know.
Oh my God. Does that mean you take a Viagra and in the middle of sex, somebody goes, "What? I'm still married to you."
Damn. Jesus. How many years?
Okay, that was bad.
I just see a problem there with Billy at the convalescent home, going out there, drinking his Viagra for his Alzheimer's, and he's walking around with a stiffy.
Y'all go to hell in a handbasket. Yes, I can see that happening. But yeah, apparently Viagra, Google it. I'm not making it up. It is shown incredible. They might even, as a preventative and as a treatment, they found that people who are on Viagra have better chances not getting Alzheimer's. So yeah, so that's another weird shit that happened in 2022.
How come they didn't do that with the injections? The COVID injections.
Which ones?
Like they should have said that the side effects means, your thing, is better.
They should have.
Your package.
Yes, they should have. Oh my God, we'd be on a short.
Yeah, but think about
it.
Everybody would say, "Hey, let's go get it."
See, that's the type of fake news we need. We need a whole bunch of people.
That's good fake news.
That's good fake. We need a whole bunch of people lining up saying, "Oh my God, I got the vaccine and I've had the best sex of my life."
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what accent that was.
I don't know. It sounded. I don't know.
I think it shifted. It was shifted around there. But yeah. I think absolutely we could have used some of that fake news. Good fake news.
Right. So I just think that technology is good. It's just done a lot of weirdness to the adaptation of all these new things.
Yes,
between media, between news.
I agree.
The drugs and what we can say and how we can do it. It's just a whole. It's I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's completely weird. It has taken us into uncharted territory for sure.
Yeah.
We have never been in a place where a single person can tweet something and then hours later the whole world knows about it.
Right.
Just a single person. Anyway, well, this has been a cool show, George. I'm glad we did this.
I like it.
This is good because we needed to talk about this stuff. I haven't talked to you in a while, so it was like an extended phone conversation. Actually, when I call you on the phone, we talk a lot longer. I think we talk literally. I think when I talk to George on the phone, it's at least 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
We should just record that.
We should just record a phone conversation.
Just record that and just.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's interesting. Anyway,
I'm glad you're enjoying your box wine.
I am.
Bring it up so we know what it is that you're drinking.
It's called the Boda Mini Chardonnay, and it has a sticker that says 50 wine enthusiast best buys, over 50 gold medals. So this box,
right.
Boda Mini. It's not muscle milk. Yeah. It's not. I love muscle milk, by the way.
Yeah. Who was the talk show? The lady that used to do the Franzia. Franzia box wine. What was it? Not Hoda. Who was the one with
You're not talking
guy from New York that died?
Guy from New York that died. Regis?
Yeah, Regis. Who was the other one? Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee Gifford.
She used to do the box wine.
Oh, did she?
I think so.
Oh wow. I didn't. You know what? I miss Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
I really liked them. Yeah, Regis and Kathy Lee. That was funny. Kathy Lee Gifford. She was good. Whatever happened? I don't even see her anymore.
I don't know.
And then Hoda. Yeah, Hoda.
Yeah, Hoda's still around.
I love Hoda.
Yeah, Hoda door.
Yeah. Anyway, this was a cool episode, George. I think it was cool. So 2022, not any better than 2021. So we'll see where we are this time next year. I mean, we're halfway. We're almost halfway into 2022. We got another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So maybe, this podcast.
Oh, we'll
is
see
a
where it
little
goes,
early.
and next year we'll do another podcast, or maybe we'll do a recap at the end of the year.
Yeah, if the planet's still here, yes. Oh, the last thing, the most fucked up thing of 2022, I have to say, is the self-inflicted gunshot wound of Naomi Judd.
Oh,
the country singer. That really bothered me. Oh my gosh. So if anybody out there is struggling with depression, it's National Mental Health Awareness Month. So please, please, please call a suicide prevention hotline or something like that, because we can't lose any more good people on this planet. Even if you think you're not good, chances are you mean the world to somebody. And that really sucked what happened to Naomi Judd. That just blew me away. That was really bad. It was Naomi Judd, right? I
believe so. I don't have the full
because Ashley Judd is her daughter, and then Naomi, and then her other daughter is I'm having brain freeze right now. But yeah, I think it was Naomi Judd. Yeah, it was Naomi Judd. Yeah.
Okay.
So may she rest in peace.
Yeah, if any of my friends are out there, that might be, suffering from depression or anything like that, reach out. I listen and let's talk things over. Let's put things into perspective. Get another eyes on whatever issues you might be having, because there is no need to go that way.
Oh my God, that's such a good point. I love that expression. Yeah. You need another set of eyes on the situation.
Yeah.
It's so true, because there's so many. So if there's one thing we've learned from the IT industry is that there's multiple solutions to any problem. Right. And you get another set of eyes to look at it, and they're like, oh, you just flick the switch right here.
That's how you fix it.
Oh, you just edit the registry. And there's solutions like that in our own lives. And sometimes you just need an extra set of eyes to say, oh, that's not so bad, Mike. Because look, they have this for you, or I can get this done, or whatever. And so, yeah, I love that expression, George. That's really that's the perfect expression for that sort of thing. So, yeah, National Mental Health Awareness Month, folks. Let's not do anything that is not only going to hurt yourself, but the people around you that are really happy that you're here on this planet with us.
Right. Absolutely. All right. On that note, I think we should wrap it up.
Yes. Thank you, George. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you again.
All right.
And that's about it for this episode. George, can we find you anywhere specifically, or?
Yeah, youtube.com/360mix. So that's 360 mix.
There you go. And you can find us on YouTube as well, Geek with Muscles, and this program. And thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next time on the Geek with Muscles podcast. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for listening.
You can find more of me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and geekwithmuscles.com.
We absolutely loved having you.
I think I pushed the wrong button.